today we'll do a workshop about timing and events in order to tell a story, a dialogue between different characters. So events are things that happen at a certain moment and that start a script, a list of code. So you see in event, we have the green flag, but we also have broadcasting and receiving message. So basically we can broadcast a message that will start code uh, when when we receive the message. So we will demonstrate the use of that by doing a small story with a few characters that will react to each other. So let's go and start at the castle, and I'll do the story with my dragon, my centaur, and my griffin. Where is my griffin? Griffin here. Okay, so first thing first, I'll do the setup. I want to start with a conversation between the centaur and the griffin, with the dragon arriving between the two. So I'll do a setup at a size of 66 for both, like that. I want my griffin to look toward the center. So one of the things I can do is use the left right button here and simply flip 90-degree that way. So instead of being upside down, it will simply flip left and right. So my centaur will be there when it starts, and my griffin will come here. My dragon will be in the background here with a size really small, and we'll hide it. So what we'll do, we'll just tell everybody to go there, choose the right costume. So maybe B, because my dragon will come flying. Costume B. And with the right size. So I said 3, and I was hiding. So I'll do that for the center too. So I'll say go to there, take the first costume, okay, and to right size, set size to 66. Same thing for the griffin. Griffin A, go there with the right size. And 66. So that is the starting position of everybody. So I want my griffin to come and start by gliding over to my center. So simple motion block, glide to this new position in maybe 2 seconds. There we go. My center arrived. Now I want this, my griffin arrived. Now I want the center to react to that. I want it to be able to say something. So in order to know it's time to do it, I will broadcast a message. We could give any name, but I'll call it 1 since it's the first one in a sequence. So the centaur, when I receive 1, will say hello for 2 seconds, and it will send back a broadcast new message there. So let's be a bit more snarky and say nice wing. Nice wings. And broadcast the message. And the griffin, when it receives that message too, will respond something like thanks, nice, oofs. Let's try that. And you see the sequence starting, and each other react when they receive the message. Now let's work that a little bit more. Let's be Ben. You can't do dab. And I want the Griffin to show off a little bit by flying up and down. So we'll do the glide. So it will glide to this new position there and back to its first position there. So there we go. And let's play a little bit with the costume, a little bit with my Griffin. So when he arrives, let's put down the wing. So costume B. And when it is snarky a little bit, let's do the little smile. Let's see. So now the thing is, I want my, there we go. I want my Griffin to flap his wing when it will move up and down. But I cannot do simply something like next costume, wait, let's do 0.1 second for 10 times. Let's go see flap, not exactly that. So I want simply go between 1 and 2, so I can use Griffin A and then switch back to Griffin B like that, and B. That would look a little bit more like it, but I want to do that at the same time that I do it here. So if I try that, it will flap and then move up and down. Oops, like that. But I want it to do at the same time. So I'll use a new message again. Here, receive, and since it's not in the sequence, I will just call it fly, and I will broadcast the message before I start flying here. So if I click again, nice move. There you go. And let's go back to a different costume, a little bit more snarky with the last one. Okay. And broadcast a new message so the centaur can react. And you're starting to see, let's do 3 because it's in the sequence, and you're starting to see how we can build a sequence of events like that, going from one event to the other, and the code is flowing through those events. So now when I receive 3, let's make it go sad a little bit. Centaur C. No. No, it cannot fly, but let's switch to the mean one. But I bet you can't do that. And now we'll play with the costume a little bit. There's the costume there. It's pretty close to a dab. So what we'll do to make it a full dab, so we'll make the center dab a little bit. We'll select the hand here. So I select the whole thing. Oops, not that. I can undo the move. So select the arm, and I can rotate it a little bit like that to do more of a dab. I'll call it dab. So, and I'll do the same technique with a broadcast event called dab. And when I receive it, it will dab a couple times. So let's say 3 time, where we'll switch to the costume dab for 1 second, let's say 0.7 second, and switch back to the A for 0.3 second, something like that. Let's do 3 quick dab. There we go. So no, but you can do that. And now you dab a couple of times. And now for the big finish, let's bring up the dragon and we'll create the illusion that is coming to us, so it will grow bigger and bigger and bigger. So let's send a last message after them. 4. And let's make the griffin a little bit angry when he see the dab. So let's go with the dab and the look of the mean griffin. So switch to D. Now for the big finale, the dragon will appear when you receive 4. So I wanted to show in order to appear, and I wanted to glide. Let's put it full size. I wanted to glide over about here. And I wanted to look in the other direction like that. Okay. So I wanted to glide there. So glide in, say, 2 seconds there. Let's try that. Show, but we have a teeny dragon. So on the same time I glide like that, I want it to grow. So we can react with several scripts at the same time. So when I receive the message 4, I will start both sequence of code at the same time. So what I'll do, I will simply repeat until my size is bigger than 100, because I want it full size. 100, and I will do add change size by strike 3 for now. So if I go there and I receive the broadcast 4, both should arrive at the same time. So 3 is a little bit too fast. 3, let's try 1, and let's try to go a little bit slower with the glide. So you can play. Okay, and maybe a little bit smaller. Let's try 70. That's pretty good. 75 for a couple loop more, and there we go. Oops, first there. The effect is not bad. Perfect. So the dragon arrived like that, kind of flying from the background. Could spend a little bit more time for the effect. We couldn't do different zigzag, but the idea is the perspective make it so that the closer you get, the bigger the dragon is. And let's switch to another last costume here. Switch to costume C Fortifier. Not before we brag a little bit, saying, bet you can't do that, and it will throw some flame. And once we arrive, no more wing for us. We'll switch back to Dragon A here, like that. Let's wait for a second with the flame, and then go back to Dragon 8. So the way we use the event like that to start different sequence of code is called event-based programming, and it's a common way to structure program. Let's go. Hello. Nice wings. Thanks. Nice hoofs. Bet you can't do that. Fly a little bit. No, sad. But I bet you can do that. Dab, dab, dab. And the dragon. Come. Bet you can do that. And spit some fire. So it's a common way to structure a narrative animation in Scratch, and it's a common technique in programming in all sort of way. So thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, like and subscribe, and don't hesitate to join us live during the sessions. Thank you very much. Goodbye.